All right, my friends, we are live.
What is up, everybody? It is NFL Week 1. I know we had the Rams and the Bills, but I mean, I'm talking a full slate of NFL Week 1 Sunday games. We are all been waiting for this guy, so thank you for joining us. This is Andrew Kim, aka the Parlay Doc, and with me is Matt Modi, aka Jedi Modi. We are the co-hosts of the Sweat the Bet podcast, brought to you by our sponsor, OddsJam. If you are not familiar with OddsJam, go check out oddsjam.com. That will be your best friend if you are truly trying to bet in the long run, betting frequently, trying to be profitable. This is more than just a casual, I'm betting on Super Bowl Sunday type of betting. Then you got to use OddsJam, guys, to set you up to stay profitable. See our educational videos on this. DM me or Matt, and we'll answer questions for you. But like we said, in addition to our long weekly, kind of fuller podcast episodes, we're going to be doing live streams on NFL Sundays. We're going to try to do some live streams before the Monday night games and other primetime games. So that's what we're going to do today. No real content stuff about NFL news. We're just talking straight bets. What's up, Matt? How's it going, man?
I'm good. I'm good. I don't know, a little bit of nonsense to start off. Do you drink coffee at all? Are you a coffee drinker?
Oh, dude, I drink like 8 cups a day, man. I drink coffee and energy drinks and any form of caffeine. If I could, I would just put liquid IV caffeine straight into my veins. I guess that's called cocaine, but I don't do that. So.
Yeah. Okay, so you're one of those people. Have you tried? Are you like what kind of coffee? Are you like a foo-foo coffee drinker kind of guy? Like, do you like Starbucks?
Oh yeah, I mean, I think Starbucks coffee quality is pretty. Honestly, I think McDonald's coffee is pretty good too. Dunkin' Donuts. I know that's a huge East Coast thing, and I used to live in Boston, and there's a Dunkin' Donuts on every corner. It always tastes like it's been burnt, like you get this like burnt bean aftertaste. You get lucky once in a while, but yeah, it's Starbucks and just simple McDonald's coffee. Those are my go-tos. So
Yeah, I don't get like normal coffee when I go to Starbucks, but like in the fall season, they have this pumpkin cream cold brew. It's phenomenal.
nice,
It is
nice.
absolutely phenomenal. So I had to get myself, NFL Sunday week 1. I had to start my day off with the pumpkin cream cold brew. But anyways, enough nonsense. This isn't a true episode, so let's get into some bets.
All right, guys. So let's go over some bets. We'll go real fast, rapid fire, because I know all of you right now are busy browsing and looking through things. Why don't we kick it off with some of our favorite, and we'll just summarize it real fast. If you've been subscribers and you've been listening to our episodes, we appreciate you. You probably know some of these, so we'll be quick on these. Let's go over some of our favorite spread bets, totals, or money lines or money line parlays. I'll kick it off real quick with the early slate. I think way back, I said, Ravens -7. It's actually moved the wrong way, so I should have just waited, I guess. I really would have thought the public would have gone the other way, but I guess there's a lot of Joe Flacco love and Jets love coming in with money. So right now it's Ravens -6.5. You can still snag it for about like -112, -113 on some books on FanDuel. So I am going to still stick with it, but adjust it a little bit. So I am going to double down and I'm going to go Ravens -6.5. So I really like that. I know there's excitement. I mean, it's the narrative I'm seeing is like the Joe Flacco revenge game, guys. But I don't care. I literally do not care. I know the Ravens have maybe some limitations on the offensive weapon side, but they're going to run the ball and they're going to run it down their throats and they're going to do that for 4 quarters. So I'm going to roll with consistency and the known. And there's a lot of unknown in week 1, but I think this is a known for the Ravens. So I'm rolling Ravens -6.5. The other spread bet I got, I don't like it as much, but I'm not gonna reverse and go back because I've been touting it all last couple of weeks. Is 49ers -6.5. The odds are actually better than they were. I got it at -115. Now it's like -112, -113. I don't like it as much now. And I will say, if I had to pick one or the other, I like Ravens better. The reason that I've kind of changed my tune a little bit and how passionate I am about 49ers is it's raining a lot in Chicago. Okay.
Yep.
And it's going to rain throughout the whole game. And unfortunately, in my opinion, the 49ers are superior on every aspect of their offense. And now you're taking away the passing a little bit. So now you've almost made it more of a slightly closer to a one-dimensional game. Not to say that there's not going to be passes, but I think you take away some of the options that this is going to be an uglier game. And an uglier game probably favors the underdog and someone like the Bears. But I'm still going to stick with it and go with the 49ers -6.5. So what spreads and money lines and totals do you got, Matt?
Yeah. So, I mean, aside from the stuff we've already talked about, like I've talked about the Ravens a ton. I've talked about the over in the Chiefs Cardinals a ton. The new one that based on the news, kind of what you talked about with the weather and the 49ers Bears, the first half under I like a lot in 49ers Bears.
Under. Okay.
It's
what's
under,
that
so
sitting at?
it's a low number. It's under 19 and a half, but it's plus 105
All right.
on FanDuel. And the reason, I mean, like, so FanDuel offers under 19 and a half at plus 105. PointsBet offers under 18 and a half at literally the same odds at plus 105. So like, it's a pretty good value just taking that on FanDuel. So I like that one a lot. I have an anytime touchdown scorer that I think is just way horribly priced.
Okay.
By FanDuel. So, okay. Jalen Hurts, he's not my pick. I'm leading up to it. Jalen Hurts anytime touchdown score is plus 125.
Okay.
Lamar Jackson anytime touchdown score is plus 150.
Okay.
Trey Lance anytime touchdown score is plus 220.
Okay.
Why is he so much higher priced than those two? I don't understand.
Well,
I would argue he's even more of a running quarterback because he's so raw. So his first instinct, if his first read's not there, is going to be to run.
I would say, yeah. I would say because of that factor. So yeah. So that last statement you made, I would say because of that factor, I agree. There may be more of a tendency where he's gonna, skip past that first read if he thinks that the run's gonna get stuffed, and doesn't hand it off to Eli Mitchell, and he's just gonna read an audible and just veer off to the side. I think that's very possible. I think it's for that factor. I don't know if he's going to be as effective as a Lamar Jackson, but I think you're right because of being skittish. Kind of all the hype is there, the expectation is there, and he's still very raw. So yeah, I can see that happening for sure, and that's pretty good odds, and especially with the rain, that's not bad. That's not bad.
The rain aspect of it is another huge part. So yeah, we'll do like more stuff, but that Trey Lance one, I don't necessarily like it because I think it's obvious to hit. I just like it. I think it's insane value getting that at plus 220. That's why I like that one so much.
Nice. Any other spreads, totals, money line before we move on to some player props and parlays and SGPs?
No, I mean, so if we're sticking with the spread, for whatever reason, so the Packers are now. And I was all over the Vikings in this game, but the odds have shifted so much that the Packers are now the underdogs. You can get their first half money line at plus 115, which I think is just insane that the odds have shifted so much to the Vikings now being favorites. I liked the Vikings as their with the value of getting them at plus money. Now, since the odds have shifted so much, I kind of like the Packers, at least their first half spread. That's a pretty decent play on PointsBet at plus 115. No book is giving you greater than plus 105. So again, that's more of a value play than a capping play. But that was one that I wanted to highlight. But no, I mean, I haven't locked in any other spread money line totals bet that hasn't already been discussed. So I guess I could do a quick run through on those for people that haven't.
Yeah, why don't you just give a quick run through before we move on to some player props then?
Okay, so I locked in I mentioned the over in the Chiefs Cardinals. I locked in Ravens minus 6.5, just like you did. Tampa Bay Bucks money line, I liked a lot, and then the Raiders at plus 4. I'm kind of waffling on that one, but I've talked about them so much on the offseason, I feel like I have to at least mention it. And then I love the over in the Eagles Lions game, which I've already talked about. So that stuff I've already locked in and has been mentioned on the show before in one way or another, but just a quick hitters there.
Nice. All right, so let's move quickly on to some player props. I'm adding a couple rushing ones. So, and I did tweet it out. So if you follow me on Parlay Doc, I just tweeted them out. So the first one is Justin Fields, actually. So I know I'm kind of being very focused on this Bears and 49ers game, but I'm going to go Justin Fields. I missed it at 32.5 on DK. It already moved up to 33.5, but with the boost, a lot of people have 10%, 15%, 20% boost. So don't tell me you don't have a boost. But with the boost, you can basically make it pretty much even money, or even slightly plus money. Justin Fields over 33.5 rushing yards. On other books like FanDuel, it's already at 35.5. So if you're going to take it, DraftKings is pretty decent, 33.5. And with a boost, you can probably get it very close to even money. The reason I'm taking that is, again, the rain factor. I don't think they did many upgrades, in my opinion, on the O-line. And if you look at last year's game, where there is some continuity on the 49ers side, so you're going to see similar pressure. Justin Fields ran for his life. Some of it was from just trying to survive and be alive. Some of it was from design runs. He got about 100 rushing yards, guys. So with the rain, with the fact that he's proven he can do this even against this offense or this defense, that's very low. So I'm going to roll with it. I don't think beyond Mooney, maybe you get a few passes to Kmet. He's going to have much options, honestly, and he's going to progress through them very fast. He's going to feel the pressure, and he's going to just run out of the pocket. That I could see this cashing, by the half or third quarter. But guys, so I'm going to take Justin Fields over 33.5 rushing yards.
I like it. Earlier in the week, I was on the other side of that. I was on the under. But I got it under like 37. So the odds there's like a huge middle between what we have it at.
Yeah, they shifted a lot, actually.
Yeah, towards the under. Yeah. That's a good one. I'll stick with choosing one for my team. I like Dallas Goedert over 4.5 receptions. The Lions have like horrible linebackers.
Interesting.
And
okay.
I think so much in the offseason has been made about AJ Brown, and he's been great. I'm not saying anything against that, but
sure.
Everything you read and hear about the Eagles is that Goddard is going to have a huge role. Like their whole offense is predicated around Goddard being a good pass catcher and a good blocker. So I think Goddard, assuming he can stay healthy, is in for a huge year. And over 4.5 receptions plus 146 on Caesars. I just love the value on that one.
Yeah,
I wouldn't put more than a half unit on it. That's all I did. I put 50. I put $50 on it. I put a half unit. But I could see this game being a game in which Goddard is him and Brown. I like their over on both of them. But for this specific one, I'll stick with Goddard.
Oh, that's pretty good odds on that. Yeah, I'm looking at Odds Jam right now. So, okay, that's pretty damn good. Okay.
Yeah.
The other one I have is Alvin Kamara. So Alvin Kamara on the Saints. Some of this is just my lack of trust in Jameis Winston more than anything.
Yeah.
So again, week one, who knows? We try to predict stuff on our episodes, analysts, cappers, all these people. We have no idea. But I do have an idea that Alvin Kamara is going to be a workhorse, and he is reliable, and he's either going to. The only thing I see screwing me on the over in this one is if he's more in that just kind of screen pass, catching it in the flat roll, and he accumulates like 80 yards there versus just a simple pitch to, you know what I'm saying? And it's always hard to predict. That's to me, that's really what's going to make or break this bet is, are they going to just pitch it to him and it's going to count as rushing yards versus lofting it with an overhand toss and it's going to count as a pass, basically.
Yeah.
So, but I like the fact that this is a vulnerable Falcons team. There's still question marks about Jameis, and I know that Kamara could basically tear them up. If they just stick with it and they're disciplined to their game plan, that I'll take the over 68.5 yards on DraftKings right now. So what, you took the over receiving or rushing? Rushing. I'm just going to go with rushing just because
Got it. Okay.
I don't trust the passing of Jameis just yet. I mean, people saw flashes and they're going crazy about how he's the second coming of saving the Saints, but I'm going to say we know what Kamara can do, that I'm going to go with his rushing yards. Over 60.5 rushing yards is my other prop for this early slate. So
I like that one. I was with you on fading Jameis. I mean, we talked about it. Not a huge Jameis guy. Another one that I locked in, this one again is on Caesars. This one's kind of a deep cut. Alec Pierce over 37.5 receiving yards. Got it on Caesars again, plus 106. For those of you who don't know who he is, he's the rookie receiver for Indianapolis. He's like basically their starting receiver, him and Michael Pittman. He's like opposite Michael Pittman. So I guess he's technically their wide receiver too, but he's still a starting receiver. And all reports out of camp is that he's looked good. Everything kind of has checked out with him. So I mean, 37.5 receiving yards, I think that's pretty good for a rookie in his first game. I'm guessing it's just it's at a low total because he's a rookie, because he's never played and all that stuff. But I could see him being targeted a decent amount by Matt Ryan. So that's one I locked in.
Nice. Okay. All right. Any other props before we talk about maybe some quick SGPs, and then we'll do our giveaway. We'll tell our followers about our giveaway in a second.
No, that's it. That's it. I mean, there's so much stuff out there. It's like, it's hard to sort through it and find stuff you like, but no, that's it.
Okay, I'm going to give you two very simple SGPs, not those Walgreens, receipt laundry list things that are like super long. So one real quick, and I know it's a little boring, but still not bad. In the Saints-Falcons game, Alvin Kamara, touchdown. Marcus Mariota, touchdown, because I could see him just needing to run it in and near the goal line. And then Kamara, 60 yards rushing. So 60 yards rushing and a touchdown from Alvin Kamara, and Marcus Mariota touchdown plus 873. 3-leg parlay plus 873. Very doable.
Yeah, I like it.
Keeping it simple.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I forgot to mention there's an odds boost on FanDuel that I liked. I forgot to mention. Tom Brady, 225 plus passing yards, Bucks to win, plus 160 on FanDuel. I think that one's pretty good.
Nice.
I like Brady, that. I would be shocked if he threw for less. I think the Bucks are going to win. So all in all, I think that's pretty good.
And then my last SGP, and then we'll talk about our giveaway. In the Bears 49ers game, I'm sticking with the run theme. Justin Fields, 25 rushing yards. Elijah Mitchell, 60 rushing yards. And then Mitchell and Deebo Samuel touchdown plus 880, guys. So 4-leg. Again, Justin Fields, 25 yards rushing. Mitchell, 60 yards rushing. And then Mitchell and Deebo Samuel for touchdowns plus 880. I'm keeping it simple. I'm not doing too many 8-leg, 10-leg, 4 people to score per game SGPs this week. I want to see how it plays out. But sticking with people who I know are going to run the ball. So
I like it. I think that's good. And I got some pretty good picks that I think should be good for our anytime touchdown scorer parlay.
Okay, guys. So here's the deal. So if you are catching this live or you catch it in the next few minutes when we retweet this out on Twitter, we are going to be doing a giveaway to kind of help us, show us some love, show us some support to help us grow our YouTube channel. And we're going to try to show the love back. So we're going to build on this live stream an anytime touchdown parlay. And then if it hits, if you retweet the tweet once we put it out, if you subscribe here to our YouTube channel, and then in the comments on this live stream, put your Twitter handle, okay? And if the parlay hits, we'll pick a random winner that'll get $50 straight up cash, okay? And we're gonna send it over to you, whatever. We'll figure it out later, whether it's whatever, PayPal, Cash App, all that stuff. So again, you retweet the tweet of this live stream link when we put it out. Subscribe here, and in the comment sections of this video, put your Twitter handle so we know that you actually watched and are entering the giveaway. Okay, that's how you enter, guys. So let's build this, Matt. So you started off, since you got a couple on mine. Who do you really like to put in our 4-leg touchdown parlay?
All right, so there were 2 in the Eagles game that I liked. One we talked about both players. I'll let you choose which one, AJ Brown or Dallas Goedert. AJ Brown is plus 140. Dallas Goedert is plus 175. I like both. Man, I like both individually. I'll give my opinion. I'll let you decide.
Let's see. What were there? Do you know off the top of my hand? I mean, knowing that the defense is somewhat similar, what was their DVOA rankings versus tight ends versus wide receivers last year? The defense. Let me see if I can look that up.
The Lions.
The Lions. I mean, I'm sure they're at the bottom for both, but I mean,
yeah,
or close to the bottom. I shouldn't say. Let's see here. I'm gonna look up real fast.
I don't know about last year, but I do know that the Lions their linebackers are like horrible. They're just terrible.
All right, let's roll with Goddard. Why don't we go with your gut that he's going to be due for a good game? Why don't we roll with Goddard on that one?
Okay, so there's one for Goddard.
So I'm going to just use FanDuel as our.
That's what I have. Yeah, I have it up in front of me right now. Another one I liked, which we talked about. I like Lamar Jackson.
You know what? I was going to suggest that. So let's go, because I was going to say my one concern with the Ravens is without a ton of weapons, he may still need to play hero ball at least a couple of drives, and he may just take it in himself. Even though I know his coaching staff don't want him to get injured and people want to see him pass, I could just see him resorting to his true basic instinct nature. So I kind of like that. So I'd say let's roll with him as a second one.
Nice.
That already brings it up to plus 580. So we're already getting it up there. So plus 587 actually. Okay. Should we, let's see, moving on. Maybe let's try to involve some games we haven't talked about. Let's see here.
So I have another one that I liked, not to just totally make this, but just your thoughts. It's a high total. The odds aren't great. Travis Kelce, anytime touchdown score, it's minus 150. So not ideal odds, but that was one I was looking at as well.
Let's see here.
I also like James Conner in that same game. Those are 2 that I really like.
James Conner, yeah, because that run D, right?
Exactly.
He could slash that. Why don't we do Connor? Well, you want to do Connor on that one? Let's roll with that. And then one more. Let's see. Let's make it today though, so we can see if this hits or doesn't hit today. So how about why don't we go to do you do you have any faith that Baker could get Christian McCaffrey the ball into the end zone, or that Christian McCaffrey would just take it into his own hands and score? That's rough. That's rough.
What are the odds? -120.
Nah, it's kind of it's not even great odds on that.
Yeah, and he's not like a goal line back. You know what I mean? Like he's not like a what you think of. I mean, Connor, who just gets fed the ball on the goal line.
How about this? We have two that are kind of plus money. We have one that's right in the middle near even. Let's, for the people, to make this not crazy, how about a Jonathan Taylor? And I know it's so juiced, but if you add him, this escalates it to plus 1733.
Yeah, I like it.
That's pretty up there. So that's not bad actually for a 4-legger. But if you don't have him, I'm surprised. It's at plus 1100, and you add them even at minus 220, it goes up to plus 1733. So that's pretty up there actually. So
I like it. I'll lock that in. I put $25 on it.
Yeah, I will do so. I'll put 29 to win 502. So so Matt and I are locking in. We're playing this with you just to repeat. It is Dallas Goedert touchdown, Lamar Jackson touchdown, James Conner touchdown, and Jonathan Taylor touchdown for plus 1733, guys. Okay, so remember, retweet this, come here, subscribe, put your Twitter handle, and if this hits, we'll pick a random winner out of those people who've entered to give $50. All right.
All right, and I guess that's it, huh?
All right, guys. Good luck with everyone. Please, please, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Join us for the Sweat the Bet YouTube channel brought to you by OddsJam. Show us some love, guys. Good luck on all of your bets. Hope you guys make some money today.
All right. Thanks, guys.